Now, the US government has gone into a partial shutdown for the first time for 17 years. It's after Republicans and Democrats in Congress failed to agree on a budget. Effectively, immediately, 700,000 government workers will stay at home without any pay, including those working in the Departments of Defense, Commerce, Energy and Transportation. 19 museums have been closed, as well as all national parks, including the Statue of Liberty, Yosemite and Alcatraz. Areas which remain unaffected by the lockout include air traffic control, national security and nuclear weapons and power. Well, I'm joined now by US political expert Dr. James Boys. Very good to see you, James. First of all, why? Why has this happened?
Well, it's interesting. One of the things you're running there is Barack Obama saying that one section of one party of one chamber shouldn't be able to close the government down. Well, for a former Harvard law professor, he shows a very poor understanding of how the American system of government works. This has happened because the executive and the legislature have been unable to come together to negotiate a package, effectively, for a continuing resolution to the American budget. And the Republican Party, who I'm sure your viewers know, are no fan of Obamacare, have attached...
This is his healthcare plan.
His healthcare proposals have attached an amendment to that, basically saying we want to either defund or postpone the rollout of the new healthcare proposals.
So how can it be resolved? I mean, there's this standoff.
It is a standoff, but you know, that's what politics is about. Politics is about compromise and coming together and finding solutions. That's happened throughout American history. This is not a unique set of circumstances. We saw it, for example, in the 1990s when Bill Clinton was president. That led to the government shutdown. That led to Bill Clinton's re-election in 1996. But also, of course, it led to a certain Monica Lewinsky coming to work for the White House as an unpaid intern. So let's be careful where we head.
OK, well, that's one of the byproducts of that. But, I mean, on the serious stuff, can this have a huge economic effect? The mighty United States government closing some of its businesses down.
Yeah, what will happen, you've already seen a reaction in the markets which has taken a dip. What I would imagine is that there will be a degree of uncertainty whilst the government is shut down. Nobody, I think, expects this to last for more than a couple of days, a week at max, perhaps. And that once it reopens, the markets will rally and regain any losses which are incurred in the coming couple of days. But what it does is it raises into doubt questions about American long-term longevity and standing on the world stage, I think.
So even if, all right, so they bang some heads together, they get this sorted, would it only be short-term? Will they face this again, these fiscal
This is the big problem. You know, I was talking on Twitter last night and some people kept saying, oh, this keeps happening year after year.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking at Christmas about this. The problem you've got is this is not about passing a budget. This is about passing a continuing resolution on a budget, because they fundamentally cannot agree upon what the budget of the United States should look like year on, year out.
I mean, because you've got fundamentally differing ideologies about debt, haven't you, and debt ceilings here.
Absolutely. You know, and it's, you know, one side wants to spend the way out, one side wants to cut. And of course, the White House is saying we've got to protect spending for the less fortunate members of society, and the Republican side of things are saying we've got to, you know, cut taxes, etc., to generate growth.
Fascinating. OK, Dr. Boys, thank you very much indeed for your time. James Boys there.